Welcome to the latest Urnsford Grange Community Academy Parent Update. I'd like to begin just by saying how impressed we've been with the majority of the students on their return from the Easter holidays. In lessons, students are focused, they're learning, they're enjoying their learning, they're putting in 5 for effort, they're following the learning revolution techniques, and it really is a joy to be able to walk around our school, dropping into classes and just seeing a really consistent approach amongst students and staff. I'd like to thank you as parents and families for reinforcing our uniform expectations and for really focusing with us on attendance and making sure that students are arriving at school on time and coming in every day. Never has attendance been more important than it is now. I would never apologise for talking about attendance because it is so vital, but now more than ever we really need to continue to focus on attendance and getting into school, getting into lessons and enjoying the learning that's on offer. You'll all be aware from Monday's announcement from the government that masks are no longer required from May the 17th in schools. They are required everywhere else, but in schools they're not. This is a little bit strange, particularly as the scientific advisory group that advised the government have actually said they believe that masks should continue to be worn in schools. However, the government have decided to go against that recommendation, and they have told schools quite publicly that masks are no longer required. What I would say is that we've got an excellent record of low COVID rates at this school. In fact, we haven't had a single COVID case within school for the last 2 months. Now, I do believe that part of that is because of the measures that we've got in place, and one of those measures being students wearing masks and staff wearing masks all of the time. I now cannot enforce that, so all I'm saying is your child is more than welcome to wear a mask in and around school, in lessons, in corridors, if you would like them to. We will still have masks in school that we can give to students if they would like them. So as far as I'm concerned, we're more than happy for masks to continue to be worn in school, and I would in fact recommend that your child wears a mask in school. Staff will continue to wear masks around corridors as per the government guidance. In classrooms, if they're at the front, so long as they are socially distanced from the students, they won't be required to wear a mask. But if they are circulating the classroom, they will wear a mask. We will continue to have windows open, so we're getting that ventilation through classrooms. So we're doing everything that we possibly can to try and reduce the risk of transmission. Regular testing, therefore, becomes more important than it ever has been. Because obviously we've got the new variant that again has been talked about quite a bit in the news this week. So there are cases that are rising in this country. So if students are now not required to wear masks, I believe that there is a risk of rates increasing. Therefore, it really is appreciated if you can ensure that your child is testing regularly. And any positive tests, please make sure the school knows. Please make sure you follow all of the rules in terms of self-isolating. We're getting between 400 and 500 people testing a week, which is fantastic. So a huge thank you to those of you that are doing that. And as I say, if you could continue, we genuinely would appreciate that. Staff are testing too, so we're doing everything that we can. In terms of upcoming events over the rest of the term, and believe it or not, we only have 8 weeks left now before the summer holidays, we have a new timetable that starts on the 21st of June. So what we do here at Urnsford is after the Year 11 students have left and Year 11 parents, you will be getting a separate video message from Mrs. Spencer about Year 11 and our plans for them over the next few weeks. But as Year 11 leave, what we do is every year group moves up a year. So Year 7s effectively become Year 8s, Year 8s become Year 9s, 9s, 10s, etc. So that new timetable with new teachers, new classrooms, new classes, new option subjects, that will all begin on the 21st of June. So it's really important that we're ready, we're prepared to start afresh, start again from the 21st of June. Bearing in mind the lack of contact that we've had over the course of this year due to lockdown, due to not being able to have face-to-face parents meetings, due to not really being able to collect any meaningful data on children, I know that we haven't been reporting home as frequently as we would have done ordinarily. Therefore, we are going to do a school report which will be focusing on attitude to learning of your child since their return from lockdown. And we will also have a tutor comment about how your child has settled back into school. So those will be coming out after the half term and probably the week of the 21st of June, just as your child begins their new timetable. Year 11's going into post 16. I said earlier that Mrs. Spencer's going to be doing a video about that. One thing I can tell you is that there will be an induction programme from June the 22nd for those students. So the year 11's coming into year 12, so we can make sure that they're as prepared as they can be for starting their A-level subjects in September. There is a teacher training day that's going to be taking place on Friday the 25th of June. Now, you may recall from an earlier video I said that other teacher training days we moved from the summer term and we put them during lockdown, so children weren't asked to stay at home. This is one teacher training day that we couldn't move because it's a multi-academy trust training day, so it involves 5 other schools. So that has to take place on Friday the 25th of June, so students will be at home on that day. Other things that we've got coming up, we've got the end of year rewards trip. So Mr. Cottrell and Mr. Spencer have spoken to the students about that. We're all desperately trying to make sure that students are getting as many positive points as they possibly can over the next few weeks to ensure that they're eligible to go on that trip, because let's face it, they've had a pretty tough time over the last 18 months, so we'd like to start rewarding children as much as we possibly can. And I'll hold my hands up and say I don't think we've rewarded children and acknowledged their efforts as much as perhaps we ordinarily would do, and that's something that as a school we're looking at how we can improve over the course of the next few weeks, and again with the new term or the new school year starting very soon. We also have, and I haven't got the details of this yet, but we will have a summer school running in the summer holidays, and that will be for our new Year 7 students, so students in Year 6 coming into Year 7, but also we'll have that available to our current Year 7 students who will be going into Year 8. So more information about that will be coming out very soon. So all that's left for me to say is have a lovely weekend, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing students back in school on Monday. Thank you.